You think solar panels have gone as far as they're going to go? Again, you see them on roofs, you see them in the fields, but have you seen them on a bench? So, what about when you're waiting for the bus? Ever need a quick boost to your phone? Or maybe charge your e scooter as you go in for lunch? That's what these benches can do for you. And I got to talk to the creator of these benches at Kitos Light. And make sure you stay around to the end because Frederick will tell you a bit about their unique marketing plan for 2022. And so, to not waste any more time, let's get on in. Frederick, do you mind telling us a bit more about Kitos Light and what you guys do?
Kitos Light is a solo tech company based in Bergen, Norway. So in the past, we have done extensive research in order to see what the market needs and how to adapt. And then we launched early August in 2021. In that, we had two founders, and in the past few months, we got a third into Sukai with more background in the economics. In that way, we optimize our inner efforts and then have captured already 4 strategic partners in Sweden, in Croatia, in Eastern Europe. And in that way, we could easily scale because we are a Nordic outreach agent. The core business of Kitos Light that is called smart benches. That is public benches with solar charging features for your e-scooter, for your tablets, and etc. So in that way, we focus on design, durability, this scalability to adapt to any city and place.
Awesome, very cool. And what was your motivation to form Kitos Light?
Well, I have great interest in the green industry, tap into that big shift that's happening. So like, okay, well, I don't want to just do some random take-ons. I want to do extensive research and then move into the branches. And then, yeah, throughout the research, we found that, okay, this is a real market. And then we could adapt and work with our partners. And it has become a win-win for us. And the name Kitos Light, that's also important. That originally it's a football name, Tolano, which Patrick, my fellow co-founder, he has 3 brothers that play professional football, and then we got an anchor position at a football club called Odds, and they're gonna briefly recommend us to others. So that's part of the marketing that we'll talk about sooner.
Awesome, that's great. And so you and your co-founder, you were really looking to do the research, make sure you can make an impact on this solar field and see that energy transition and really become part of that, the transition that the whole world is going through, the transitioning from fossil fuels to solar. What do you feel is Kitos Light's role in difference in climate change and this energy transition?
Well, the EU, European Union, they are putting a lot of pressure because of the 2030 strategy, and then they have also put a lot of pressure on the Nordic, which is our main target market right now. So if you like it or not, like change will come. And the smart benches and is perfect position because it is something familiar that people use every day. And like, okay, how can you adapt to a smart city, like sustainable living? And then, okay, this is scalable because you could either invest in one bench just to test out, you could partner with certain product companies and then like see benefits of the benches. So you have the energy bonus with the solar, and then you could also integrate the hybrid model because if Nordics and also in Bergen, there's a lot of rain and cold conditions and so on. So we also got built-in warm heat sensors, so you can sit on a comfortable position and then spend more time outside the business, cafe, restaurants, and so on, or a football pitch, for example.
Right, that's awesome. I didn't realize that you guys had heat sensors in there too. That's really cool.
The website and our information, it is always evolving, so we could easily make that more interactive and ease of navigate and so on. Add some more features.
So do you guys have a prototype already, or are you guys still in the research and development?
We are on the product launch stage because I have to say, like, okay, we have the products already developed, tested out, and so on through our partners. So like we adapt to the Nordic market because we specialize like on location, like this is what you need and this is how you could adapt to the street pictures and pivots to the sustainable change. So we say like, okay, you want 5 benches that could charge a e-scooter, then you have that model. And then we work with our clients and partners in parallel, and then puzzle the pieces together, and everyone is happy, or both our partners, the customers. So like everything is ready to go.
Awesome, that's great. Are you looking to target mostly, you're mentioning football stadiums and like benches and stuff out there, and then you also have parks. Where else are targets for these benches?
We can say that we got some interest from a top level state of government that proves a point that there is a market need, interest for it. So it will also be adaptable and usable outside offices, because like, okay, there's some great days and then you could just place outside your office in the city, but the main use will be like the sub areas of cities. So yeah, both public and private sector, but this scalability and more large numbers of orders will be ordered from the municipality, but that is like the grand deal. And then meanwhile, getting market attraction and closing deals, we head also to them private market. So that's why we contact restaurants, cafes. So like, okay, I need 1 bench or 2, like small scale, and then we could work from there.
Very cool. And where are you looking to go into each of those places in 2022? Have you already started outreach with like cafes in different places, or what is your main goal for either first quarter 2022 or the rest of 2022?
So far, we have reached mostly to football pitches, football clubs, and so on. But then this week and move forward, we will head more towards restaurants and cafes. But we got an interview into the local newspaper from Patrick's hometown. So yeah, I'm getting some interest at least.
Good. That's awesome. And I also just wonder, so what made you think benches when you could do anything with this solar energy transition? Like what made you decide, oh, I want to do benches?
Benches is like such a basic product that you take for granted, but well, just tired of those boring benches. Like you just sit there and like then the municipality maintains it. Like it's just a boring product itself, like the boring company that Elon Musk does. Like, but there's definitely a lot of potential here. And since e-scooters went like a spike in sales here in Norway and Nordic markets, like there's definitely a need for to charge those scooters and like adapt from there.
Gotcha. Very cool. And I just don't know too much about how the solar panels work, but when with people sitting on it, putting their feet up on it and things like that, wouldn't that like scuff it and make it less effective? How much wouldn't you need to clean it, maintain it more?
You got the basic conditions. There's this protection layer, and then the normal weather with the rain that will just wash it. But for example, if you actually go on from a street gang and just paint it and doing a lot of crazy things, then like you suddenly got a problem. Change that out. But like basically we got a free guarantee on for our benches.
Gotcha. Obviously, if you go and paint it, that's a problem. But if as long as it's with normal wear and tear, you got it covered. That's good.
Indeed.
That's good. Cool. And so for your marketing right now, where do you hope to go with marketing in 2022? Do you have one specific channel you focus on in terms of social media, or are you just kind of looking to dabble in each?
We are seeing that LinkedIn and Instagram has been working very well because I have been utilizing LinkedIn for 7.5 years, building up an extensive network, and so that become really natural for me to utilize for the solar company. So yeah, we got a tiny following there, 50 followers on LinkedIn, and Instagram just went through well. And Twitter was like alternative, but we are looking into getting more videos and YouTube marketing, for example. We also on Facebook, but yeah, Facebook 2022 is in like 2012. Speaking of, like, you only reach out to maximum 10% of your audience, which is tiny.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, LinkedIn is definitely a great way to go, especially since you have such a large network there. What have you found has been kind of the best way to market for you guys on Instagram? Like, what has been the most successful and most engagement for you?
We combine a new post with stories. So like, okay, we got a new post, check it out. So like gives plus stories with like engaging titles. I don't think too much about the hashtags. It's much more like the storytelling part. Like we got some news, for example, Patrick went partner in Gurcha before Christmas, and then we like, okay, took a shout out to our partner, plus we documented that in the social media, and then we have produced social media posts that covered the different bench types, because we got like 4 or 5 benches, and then we could work on those benches so that's the core essence there.
So with LinkedIn, what's your main strategy there? Do you do direct outreach on LinkedIn, or do you just post on LinkedIn and engage in that way and like comment and share? Or what is your LinkedIn strategy?
Right now we are just build up the followers to get like a more credibility there, and I'll just make sure that every piece of content there is great, and then moving forward we will like utilize LinkedIn much more to contact business owners in Norway, and then like I got a strong profile, and then low on that credit to Kitos Light, and one that okay, who is behind Kitos Light? Okay, this guy. Okay, he sounds decent. Okay, let's have a chat at least, and book a meeting through LinkedIn, and those long form articles, the great circle of influence you could do on LinkedIn is really something to tap into much more, because like post one thing and that could last for 2 weeks. On Facebook that lasts for 2 hours,
and that only reaches 10% of your audience, so like
yeah.
Exactly. That's what I've been noticing with a lot of the entrepreneurs that I've been talking to, is that they really use social media as a way to build a presence and be able to allow people to come and see your authority, see that you're a real person, really see what your brand is about and what your values are, rather than just using it as a direct business tool. But it's a great way for people to come back and say like, oh, like this person is interesting. It's a great way that somebody can get more information on you and just kind of check up, and then they're more intrigued to book a call or go further with you and keep communicating, right?
Yeah, and if you're just skipping that part and just go, you could go direct marketing, right? Yeah, mail, post mail, and like snail mail and so on. But well, we are in 2022, so like it isn't 2010, or it is really expected for you to do this extra efforts, have a great modern task loading site with interactivity, and I've also integrated a chat bar in the long term that could handle more sales and bookings.
Definitely, for sure. So just to wrap up this section here, what is one way that somebody could reach out to you and really be able to get in touch with you if they were interested in learning more or wanted to talk about Kitos Light or about your benches? How could they get in touch?
Yeah, you could easily send me a LinkedIn message. You could DM us at Instagram or Facebook, and also the email box at our website, kidslight.com.
Great. Awesome. Thank you so much.